Hello, party people. If you're like me, you are somewhat impatient and you encountered a bug in Vampire Survivors where if you got the trumpet relic first, it seemed to lock you out of Gracia's mirror. And more importantly, if you put the cheat code, the secret, into the secret section of Vampire Survivors, it seems to bug out so that even though you do have the Gracia's mirror, it doesn't count it for the trophy. And I was at 97% on the PlayStation 4 completion of Vampire Survivors. I got locked out and couldn't figure out how to get the trophy to pop for the mirror. Now, I was able to get the last level again of like the version where there weren't that many DLC. I got the stage to pop again, but it went straight to the boss. And when you start that level, I think it's called a Eudonia machine or M or something. When you get into the level, you see all the relics around you, and one of them is the mirror. There's 6 relics around you, but you need at least 11 of the starting relics in the base version 1.0 of the game to even get access to getting Gracia's mirror, or even the 7th trumpet for that matter. Is it 7th trumpet? 2nd trumpet? I don't know. But there are other relics that are important, and this video is not going to be that organized. Quite frankly, I got so sick of this that I just started experimenting with the cheat codes. And what I backed up my PS4 save, right, the one I did the most work on the Vampire Survivors with. I am working on a PS5 version, but I did not repeat the bug, so I was able to get all I have left are like grinding trophies. So I know I'm gonna get the platinum. I obviously avoided the bug on purpose, and I read online that said, do not use the cheat codes to get the 2 relics from that hidden level, the final level of the base version. So just don't enter the cheat code for Gracia's mirror. Don't enter the cheat code for the trumpet. And when you actually get to the point where you're gonna make the Gracia's mirror trophy pop first, there's a whole bunch of shit you have to do before that. Now, is this faster than restarting your whole save? I backed mine up on a cloud with the PS4 version, and I started a brand new save. There was no data, and I started the game again. And I'm looking around, right? I'm just looking around, like trying to figure out what is the most time-effective way to get the mirror and the trumpet without having the bug occur. Now, I have all the faith in the world that the company that makes this game, I'm not familiar with what company they are. They're pretty responsive about fixing bugs. You should not encounter a bug that they purposely placed in the game, the cheat code I mean, and lock you out of the platinum. Now, is this game the first time on PlayStation products? Yes. So maybe there's some bugs to work out or something. So this whole thing took me about 1 or 2 hours, right? Granted, I spent like half an hour and took a break and I ate dinner or something. And in reality, I think this should take you like less than an hour. If you just follow the steps, I think in the right order, I think they're in. When in doubt, don't enter the cheat code unless you know exactly what it does. If there's any doubt that you might bug out, do not enter that cheat code, and instead watch this video first and watch how I tried to beat the system. Okay, so I'll put a link in the description to his website. It's gamesteed.org, gamesteed.org. This is the most comprehensive list of the cheat codes that I've encountered, on the internet. I'm sure there's cheat codes for the guns version, the DLC, but they just haven't been found yet, or they haven't been released yet. Like I said, I'm fully confident that the company will fix this bug. We just don't know how long that's going to take. And for me, I was a little impatient and frustrated that I basically would have to start my save over if I wanted the platinum right away, or I could wait however long it would take them to fix it. In reality, by the time this video even gets around, they'd probably able to fix it. I don't know. Excuse me. Okay, so now you might be asking, like, don't I need a whole bunch of fucking relics just to get access to the last level of the base version, of course? Okay, so as you can see here, my secrets are unlocked, right? Okay, that's so the thing about this, the big thing about this is that you cannot use any cheat codes or secrets until you beat the Bone Zone level, the Skedamari, the little mini boss there. Then you pick up the Scrolls of Mordain, something like that, and you're able to enter cheat codes. Now, the Bone Zone is basically the last basic level of Vampire Survivors, version 1.0. Arguably is the hardest level, but you would have to go through the entire game. You need to get at least hyper mode in like 3 or 4 stages. There's 5 stages that start the basic version of the game when it was first released. Now, that's a lot of time, whether you don't believe me or not, because you start with one character, the guy with the whip, and you have to go through all the stages again. You know, probably build up some of the collection to get weapons and stuff, and more importantly, you have to be strong enough to beat the Skedamari and have maps for all these levels. So it just gets so complicated so fast and so overwhelming. This is what I did. Now, the base game cheat codes on this gamec.org website, there was only one character that I unlocked, and that was Queen Sigma. For her code is all at once. Now you're wondering, right? How did I put the cheat code in if I didn't get the scroll yet from like the 5th level? You have to clear the first 4 levels. So I can take a really long fucking time of just starting from scratch with 0 gold and 1 character. Okay, so I did this, right? I went looking on the internet, right? And I went to collection, right? And I don't know what website I found this on, because I was jumping between so many websites. One of the websites online did say there's a way to enter cheat codes without actually getting the scroll. So when I found that out and I tried it and it worked, I was like, okay, I can figure this out now. So about 10 minutes passed, right? I'm looking at all the cheat codes and like trying to figure out what I thought was the fastest way of getting back to that final stage to get the last 2 relics. Now, you see this one right here, right? You see yellow sign, right? On the website, it gives you the tip that if you press X on PlayStation, of course, if you press cross on this particular relic, right? Hold on, I'll show it to you a little bit better. Sorry about that. All the base relics have a gold line trim around them with a pink background, as you can see from the yellow sign right there. In case you're wondering, I'm over here. Right? You see that, right? Okay. There's 11 artifacts that you need to get before you get the last 2 of the base version. Okay. If you click on the yellow sign location, you don't have to have it unlocked. If you click on it like 6 or 7 times with the cross button, you'll get this. Hopefully it will show it. Okay, so you see that, Bob? I didn't count. It was like 6 or 7. I don't know. It said, "I am now a magician" on the little message at the bottom, right? So this is not a save that I just started. Obviously, I put my PS4 save back on because I had everything else unlocked. Now, and I want to get the DLC trophies, you know. That makes right down over there, right? I can't point. It opens up the secret suite, but like you have to redo it every time you exit the game, or else, you know, just stay in the game and you should be fine. Do I recommend making a backup save at some point? Yes, at least before the final level. If you accidentally pick the trumpet over the mirror, you, in my opinion, with the bug, you have to get the mirror first. There's no way you can do this without getting the mirror, but you can't do it with cheat codes. So you might be wondering, how do these cheat codes work even if you use the yellow sign trick, right? Okay, the only character I unlocked with the cheat code, these are in quotes by the way, they're all one word, they're all no spaces. As far as I can tell, there's no numbers, except the number 1 on rare occasions. And I think sometimes they use a hyphen. So enter the code all at once. You have Sigma, Queen Sigma, right? The most broke-ass character in the original version. And quite frankly, in all the DLC too. So here's the thing. You can unlock her, right? But now you might be wondering, where do I get the gold to purchase her? Queen Sigma costs 0 gold to unlock. You put the all at once cheat code in, and then you buy Queen Sigma for 0 gold. And like, that's important, because if you wanted to unlock other characters, you have to get gold. That would take time. You have to start the game again. So after putting all at once in, I had no reason to enter any other secret characters. So basically I had the whip guy and I had Queen Sigma. Those are the only characters I had. Now don't worry about like weapons and accessories and whatever. Don't worry about all that shit. What you're gonna do is you're gonna type in to unlock all 5 of the base stages, which you need for the Bone Zone. You have Mad Forest, the library, the dairy plant, the tower, and the Copella Magna, right? So that's 5 right there. Now, if you type in the cheat code everywhere, this unlocks all the stages. I forget how you unlock the hyper modes, but like there should be a way to do that when you unlock the Bone Zone. Now, if the base stages were the code is the word everywhere, no spaces. Go to Bone Zone, enter the code. Not go to Bone Zone. Go to enter cheat codes screen, right? The secrets. You type in rotting pizza, and that unlocks the Bone Zone. Okay. Just to make things, like at some point you have to progress in the game. And like I figured the easiest way was to add all the base stages, what I thought the base stages were. So for, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, Il Molis, that code is relax, enjoy life. For Moongalow, it's the word honesty. For Green Acres is go Green Acres. And that should be all you need, including the Bone Zone. So that's what? That's about 9 levels, right? Okay, so now we're gonna look at some of this stuff right here. Look at the collection, right? Like, look at all these weapons and shit I got. Do you know how much time this shit took? I don't want to do this all fucking over again. Like, I knew there had to be a way to get around this. So, if you count the artifacts, right? Starting with the Great Gospel, you can unlock that using a cheat code. Let me just tell you guys what the cheat codes are for the relics, okay? Okay, the Grim Grimoire is... Some of these cheat codes are ridiculous, and you make a mistake is so fucking frustrating. It's the sentence, this should have been unlocked by default. For the Ars Gouda, I think I'm saying that right, this too should have been unlocked by default. Number 3 is the Milky Way map, which is lead me to the cheese. The magic banner is thank Elrond. The sorceress's tears are time compression. The glass visor is eggs, eggs, eggs. And the yellow sign is probably the most annoying one. It's I have seen it, 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 I have seen it. 7 times you're going to put that one sentence, I have seen it, with don't worry about capitalizations, don't worry about spaces, don't worry about numbers even. Type I have seen it 7 times without making a mistake. And just keep typing it in case you lose count, because if you did it right, it'll automatically unlock by itself, as long as you put the code in without any misspellings or whatever. Now, just to be safe, I got Mindbender, which is teleport us to Mars. That is the code. Now, do not use freeze arrow. If you're trying to get Gracia's mirror, don't even try to get the 7th trumpet, which is... I'm not even going to tell you what the cheat codes are for the mirror or the trumpet, so you don't put them in accidentally. And you can get the random mazo. Is that how you say that? You can get that just to be safe, because that does count as a relic, and that is a part of the, I think it's part of the base game. It's called Random as Ami. So the word random, AZZAMI, I believe. Excuse me. So if you have, now just count with me, all right? If we start with this very first, this is from, I think it's from level 1, maybe, I don't know. So remember, there's 11 artifacts. So 1, 2, just read the relic name at the bottom. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let me just remind myself on 7. The golden egg does not count as an artifact that you need to get the mirror. So we're back to 6. Now 7 would be the mind bender. Now, very important to remember here, the yellow sign, right, should be number 8. The forbidden scroll should be number 9, and the great gospel should be 10. Now, where is, okay, if you look at the bottom row down here, that's where the random one is. So that makes number 11 right there. Now, you don't need the yellow sign unlocked to use the yellow sign to have the ability to enter cheat codes in, right? So, I don't know if this is a bug within a bug or some Inception shit like that, but okay. So, if you know the spot that the yellow sign is supposed to be in when it has a question mark on it, you press cross X on that 7 times, and it will say the message, "You're now a magician," or whatever it says about magician. Now, does the order of the things move around? Yes, especially when it has a question mark, because you don't know what fucking relic it is. If you enter the other artifact, the relics, I keep calling them artifacts. If you enter the other relics in, right, you should have an idea what the order is, if you don't count the golden egg. So, now if we go here from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you skip 1 for the golden egg, because you shouldn't have the golden egg on this new save. And that's 7, 8. So theoretically, if everything else is right, which it probably isn't, on this list, you should be able to figure out which one is the yellow sign. Even if you can't figure it out, go to every single relic with a question mark on it and press cross on it 7 times. Now, you just have to remember it has a gold border on it, has a pink background. You don't have, like I said, you do not have to have the yellow sign unlocked to be able to use the cheat codes. Now, to get the scroll of Mordain, whatever, which is one of the relics required to open the final stage, Eudaimonia machine, you need to have the yellow sign unlocked. So, if and when you do unlock the yellow sign, right, the I have seen it cheat code I was telling you guys about, that's so fucking annoying. You still have to kill Skedamari and get the scroll. Now, you're not getting the scroll because you don't have the ability to enter cheat codes without it. I just proved to you that you can enter cheat codes just by tapping on the yellow sign over and over. You need the scroll for one of the 11 relics. Now, it's nice to have the ability to enter cheat codes with the scrolls, so you don't need to do that X 7 times thing. Whatever, it's not that inconvenient, come on now. So, when you have Eudaimonia unlocked, right, you should have all these 11 relics, should only be missing the mirror and the trumpet. Go to the level. The little, okay, the boss is called the director. It's just like some cloud with like hands on it or something, and the artifact, the relic spinning around it. Now, make sure you press the left choice, which is too easy. When you click on too easy, the director will give you the mirror. Now, you go back into the final level, Eudaimonia M. You click on the right option, which is too hard. You get the trumpet. And now you have all the relics that you need for the base platinum. Now, there's some discrepancy about how to make the final stage appear again. So some people are saying like you have to go create a level in an inverse and just exit it. Start the level and then quit. You have to start the endless mode, start the level and then quit. And then Eudomania M will pop up again for the part where you actually have to kill the boss. So, if I can think of any other cheat code, I did not do any of the Arcana's cheat code. Would it have made things easier? Of course, but like the only actual playing you're doing, actually playing the game, is killing Skedamari to get the Forbidden Scrolls. Now, do you need what do you call it, the Great Gospel? Of course, but the only way I believe. Wait, how do you get the Great Gospel? No, okay, I know what it is. So there's a cheat code, right? It's called. Let's see if I can find it. I know for a fact the code is called "I want to see it again," and obviously with the same stipulations. I don't see it on this list for some reason. Regardless, when you put "I want to see it again," you get taken to this like special level that you have to use a non-secret character to reach the end, and to reach the end you get a relic. I thought you had to do that, so I wasted all this fucking time trying to survive that level where you lose all your buffs and you're just a base character trying to run around and not get exploded on. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do Holy Forbidden. That's the name of the stage. You can just use a cheat code and get whatever it is you get there. I think it's a Great Gospel. I don't remember. But the point is, I did all this in about an hour. I think it was less. And Sigma is more than enough to kill Skedamari. Read up on strategies on the easiest way to beat Skedamari. I used the whip because that was already unlocked, and Hollow Heart for me was already unlocked. That's all you need to evolve the whip. I put some points in the knife, and I was like, okay, like I don't think I was able to evolve knife because I didn't have the bracer unlocked yet. I know, so I just used it, at level 7 or whatever it was. So I'm hitting Skedamari with the knife and my whip over and over. There is one level, I think is Moongalow, that you're in like a pool, and like on the swimming pool floor, around you is like a square of all these not relics, what do you call it, the buffs, the weapons and accessories, let me put it that way. And just by picking those up, you get access to them. So you pick them all up, right? Now you have weapons and accessories. Do you need them to beat Skedamari? I mean, it helps. I mean, like, because you picked all those things up, right? Then you exit the level. You get whatever achievements or trophies you want from that. And keep in mind, there's 4 on each corner, so there's 16 weapons and accessories. I think they're mostly accessories that you can unlock without doing anything. You're just moving the character around and picking them up. Okay. Now, I'm looking at this list right now, right? I couldn't think of, okay, Enter Holy Forbidden is, I want to see it again, I can confirm that. It's under miscellaneous in case you guys are following this website. And it has cheat codes for all the other DLC. I didn't do shit with those. Because the platinum is based on collection 1.0. And one of the last things you'll need for the platinum is kill like 100,000 enemies with Queen Sigma. And in endless mode, that's really fucking easy. You could basically AFK the whole fucking thing. And like everything else is completely doable. The complete 1.0 collection might be kind of annoying because you don't know what's behind every one of these question marks. But remember, gold border, pink background. Pink background. Anyway, so if you look at you just have to count the spots to try to figure out which one is the yellow sign, and that's pretty much. I wish I could have made this less complicated for you guys. I literally just figured this out like an hour ago. I knew it. I knew there had to be a way around this, because like I just had faith in the game, the company that made this game. I was like, you know what? This is a bug, that's true, because when I put the cheat code in to get the mirror, I should get credit for getting the mirror. What's the point of the cheat code if it locks you out in one trophy out of every other trophy? This method works. I tried it. I might have skipped some steps. I apologize, but if you just go down the list on this website I'm going to put in the description, you can figure out which cheat codes to use and which ones to not use. Now, how do you know which ones to use? If you're missing the map, right, and I don't know, like if you're missing the map in the Bone Zone, Google, how do I get the Bone Zone map? Or, how do I unlock where Skedamari is? It'll tell you what to do. Everything that I looked up was something I could have done using the yellow sign method with hitting cross on it and putting cheats in earlier. Remember, the only way to put cheats in legit is to get the Great Gospel and the Scrolls of Morbane. Now, I believe the Great Gospel comes from the I Want to See It Again, the Holy Forbidden, I think. But regardless, you're going to need the scroll that you can only get from Skedamari. When Skedamari dies, in the center of its body, it will drop the scroll. You have to pick it up, and you have to not die in this entire process, because unless you have revives, which you shouldn't, because at the time, I had 0 gold, and I was just waiting around, getting my whip up, getting my knife put together, and I was able to kill Skedamari. So yeah, I'm a little tired after explaining that. It was annoying. It was very much annoying because I didn't know. I knew which codes not to put in. It was just trying to figure out which codes to put in, because you don't want to get it too confusing. Like, don't enter every single cheat code, man. Obviously not the mirror or the trumpet, but like, there's no reason to have these other cheat codes yet. You can get them later. You have to get the mirror trophy because that's bugged. Every other trophy I was able to get, even using cheat codes casually. Because like at some point, when I got Sigma, the game was fucking over. But at that point, the game was fucking over. And you can only get Sigma from completing Collection 1.0, or you put the fucking cheat code in and you can put it all at once into Sigma. 0 gold to unlock Sigma. So when I found out you could unlock Sigma, Queen Sigma, with 0 gold, that's when, like I said, that's when I figured out there has to be a way to get to the point where you've unlocked Eudonia M for the first time and get the fucking mirror, the left choice, the 2 easy choice, and then later you do the 2 hard choice for the trumpet on the right. There had to be a way to speedrun that with just cheat codes and killing Skedamari. There's no other way that I can think of that you can actually get the Forbidden Scrolls. Is there? I'm looking at this right now. Give me a sec. I don't think there is a way. I don't think there's a cheat code for that. At least not one I was able to find. There is a cheat code for the Great Gospel. Yet there's no cheat code for the Forbidden Scroll. I don't see it on this website. So that's why no matter what, if you're gonna try to figure out this bug and you want it done as soon as fucking possible, and you don't want to wait for the developers to fix it, this is how I did it. I hope it works for you. But I feel like I saved myself maybe at least 20 hours of grinding this shit out again. And like it was, I will admit, it was kind of fun trying to think of like a way around this. And like it was like a puzzle to me. I was like, but yeah, just remember though, the random Mazo thing, I think that counts as a relic. Okay, let's review and count the relics again one more time. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip the egg. 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the random Mazo will be 11. You're not counting the mirror and the trumpet. So if you add all those ones up there, and then you look at where my cursor is on the Arcana's random thing, that is number 11. If you unlock all of those, then you will, as long as you use the yellow sign box, is it going to be a pain in the ass to figure out which box it is with the question mark on it? Yes. Especially if you have nothing fucking unlocked yet. Because you shouldn't. On a new save, on a brand new save, you should not have the ability to enter cheat codes. You know what I'm going to say, and that's how you do it. Because that's the only way. I mean, I could have redid the first 5 levels over and over. But, like, I knew it. I knew there had to be a way. Alright, guys, I hope this helps you out. It was a pain in my fucking ass trying to figure this out. I think this is the fastest way, as of right now, to get around the mirror bug and get the fucking platinum. Now, this seems to be a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 only thing. On my PlayStation 5 save, obviously I remembered not to put the mirror code in because I googled it and I was like, why am I missing this mirror trophy on the PS4 version? That's when I learned about the bug. That's when I learned about why can't I face the director again, and he doesn't give me the option anymore. Obviously, this bug shouldn't exist. Entering one of their cheat codes that they probably provided, it shouldn't lock you out. That's dumb. What? That doesn't happen with any other relic, I believe. Any other of these unlocks ever. And this entire game with all the DLC, there's nothing that should be locked out. In a game where there's no missables, this should not be locked out. But yeah, okay. Fuck, this fucking took forever. I wish I could explain it better than that, so here's a half hour of your life that you could have used to go around the bug. Take care of yourselves and each other.